Good evening, guys and girls, YouTube community. It's your boy Lex Anderson. And before we get started on the sports opinion log, unfortunately, before I made this video, I found out about the passing of Russell Butler and his wife in a one-car accident. Unfortunately, that claimed both their lives. So before we start the show, it's best to do the right thing and have a moment of silence in remembrance of him and his wife. Guys and girls, it's your boy Lex Anderson. You're here, we're here, Sports Opinion Log, Situation Corner, doing what we do best. And first and foremost, shout out, hashtag Lakers Nation. You know what it is. And you know what it is? It is about that time, based on what I see here, to officially close the window on the Los Angeles Clippers and their franchise, their organization, and their players forever even thinking or hoping or believing that they would bring a championship to Los Angeles outside of the Lakers. I have to step forward, my alter ego, the Prophet. I called it when Chris Paul first went there, when David Stern was kind enough to veto the trade, and I say kind enough sarcastically, when Stern was kind enough to veto the trade to make him a Laker, and instead he went to the Clippers. You had Lob City, and that's about it. Blake Griffin, who was given $173 million, traded to the Detroit Pistons. Bye-bye, so long, farewell. At least you don't have to worry about winning a championship there because you didn't win one with LA with the Clippers. Ballmer, the billionaire owner, is clearly a fool. The NBA took him for the sucker he is, having him buy into the Clippers, a franchise that's won nothing for what? The tune of $1.5 billion for a franchise that he's sharing in the Staples Center with the great LA Lakers, with us. It's like the stepsister no one wants. But whatever, right? The NBA got their money. They found their sucker, their billionaire sucker. They gave him a crappy logo that a 3-year-old could have created. What's with the Clippers logo? A L and an A inside a C or some garbage? It's garbage. It's pathetic. Just like the Clippers franchise has always been pathetic. And the media wants to have us believe that they're going to, somehow they're in rebuilding mode. They've never won. What's the rebuild? They will go back to being a destitute franchise that no one wants to play with. JJ Redick left. CP0 was traded. Blake Griffin traded. Pistons will probably never hear from him again unless they sneak in the playoffs as an 8th seed. So I'm not going to be here to bore you with stats because you've already seen the stats. You've already read it. You're probably on Twitter where you could find me at Mr. Fifth Avenue. I'm already there. You've probably seen the leading sports station. You already know the stats. The most I can say is that the man, Kia Griffin, hasn't played more than 70 games since 2013? As a sports fan, I am surprised that the Clippers would even give him that kind of money and then trade him in the same season. Wow, really? At least Melo lasted 4 out of his 5 years. 4 out of 5. 4 to 5 out of 7 years on his mega deal. Blake Kia Griffin gets shipped off the same year. Well, again, the window has been closed. It's the Lakers town. Clippers, you'll always be number 2. To quote Hove, just check the videos. All right, let's go on to something that's more troubling right now. Who's the voodoo doctor? Who's the voodoo priestess? I thought the NBA All-Star game was going to be fantastic because for the first time ever, it would be intermixed. East and West would be playing against each other. No more East versus West because the West was stomping out the East to the tune of almost trying to drop 200 points on us. And I have to say on us because I'm out here in New York City. I represent the East Coast, and unfortunately, that's what it is. But there's an injury bug that is plaguing and ruining the entire league. It started with Cousins, torn Achilles tendon. Then on to Robinson for OKC, torn patella tendon. The man was going for an alley-oop and he felt like he got shot in the back. It was crazy. John Wall, as usual. If you scroll down my library, you could find I said that when the Wizards gave John Wall all this money, it would not work out. Once again, the prophet came through. I made the prediction. John Wall, injury prone, knee surgery, out 2 months. And how about negative situations, negative schematics? Kevin Love, the bane in the Cavaliers. Broken, fractured hand, white fractured, broken hand. Either way, he's out 6 to 8 weeks. And you know, I've always seen how this happens. Whenever there's a negative situation, it's always the player who the story's about who winds up getting injured. And all I really have to say in regards to this is this the curse of LeBron James? Is this the curse of the Cleveland Cavaliers just spreading this toxic aura of negativity and injuries on these down and out teams now? I mean, like, on the plus side, if you got Kia Griffin with Drummond, they can tear up the league, go on a winning streak. The Wizards are in 6th place. They could plummet potentially out of playoff contention. So let's see how this goes. But as a fan who is getting hyped up about the All-Star game, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm still going to tune in. But clearly these injuries, like, who else is next to be injured? Like, right now, I'm just like, again, on Twitter, watching the, you know, major sports network, waiting to see who else is going to be injured because we're on quite a roll. You could also throw in Gordon Hayward, even though he got injured first game of the season, still an all-star, down, out, gone. So back to the Cavs and their toxic aura. I feel bad for Kevin Love because he's a white man playing on a team with African Americans who are singling him out when he's the one that's been holding it down. I didn't know that you would be considered a bum, you know, averaging 19 points, 40% from three-point range, 7 to 9 rebounds a game. And believe you me, based on the stomping in the paint that Drummond put on the Cavs last night, LeBron should only look at himself in the mirror and wonder why he allowed Tristan Thompson, another piece of garbage or another garbage trash-ass player, to get such a mega deal. Because he did absolutely nothing last night. But the media wants to point the finger at LeBron, but I'm not going to do that. But I will point the finger at virtual general manager LeBron, because these are the players he selected. His old-ass boyfriend, Dwayne Wade, often injured, always ready to call it a career any time of the day. You don't know where he is. Has he even stepped foot on the court? Derrick Rose? Like, give me a break. The Cavs and IT4, remember hip injury? Just came back, but didn't come back in prime time? Come on, folks. Judge, look in your mind, see it for what it truly is. If you look at the Warriors lineup and bench, and you look at the Cavs lineup and bench, you will clearly see there's no way they can hang with the Warriors anyway. Like I said it once, I said it before. If you are stupid enough to believe that IT4 could drop or hold them down to a championship, check Kevin Durant's stats again in the NBA Finals. And let's face it, folks, it's Cleveland. No one wants to play in that dump town, in that dump wasteland with their dump-ass football team. But that's comparing apples to oranges, so we're not going to go there 0-16. Okay, I'm done. Something's going on. LeBron, there's an aura. His all-stars are getting injured. Done for the season. Cousins, who knows how much money he's lost with this. Potentially millions of dollars. And then you had the sniveling crybaby, Paul George, crying, I should be an all-star. I should be an all-star. But guess what? He's an all-star now, thanks to the injury. But guess what? He didn't want to get in that way. Yo, what's with these crybaby, petulant NBA athletes? It's like disgusting. Man up. You cried about your all-star spot. You got your all-star spot at the sake of Boogie Cousins' career. Are you happy now, PG-13? Let's pump out some new Gatorade commercials, perhaps. Kia Griffin is talking right now. And once again, another millionaire crying about the shock of being traded. You are a commodity, my friend. You are a professional athlete. That is your world. Injuries and trades. In his case, more so the injuries. But trades is a part about being a pro athlete. Shoot, if you're giving me $25 million a year, hey, as long as that check's clearing, you can put me wherever. Well, except for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I definitely don't want to go there, and nowhere where it's cold. Minnesota Timberwolves. Sacramento Kings are pretty good. Youth mix, veteran mix. They'll never go anywhere, but hey, and I heard Memphis is on the rise for African Americans. But hey, Kia Griffin, your checks are cashing. You're a commercial player anyway. Enjoy your time in Detroit. Try to make the playoffs. And welcome to the Eastern Conference. And with that being said, I'll catch you folks on the other side of town next time. Time to get ready for game night. You know what it is. Your boy Lex Anderson, signing out.